this video, we're going to go over some vocabulary for describing descriptive research. This is Latin. This phrase means it is what it is, and that is a good description of what descriptive research is interested in. Descriptive research isn't looking at change, it's not looking at introducing something and seeing its effects, it's looking at describing what is. This figure comes from the Portney and Watkins textbook. As you can see, there's a lot of different kinds of descriptive research. One kind that we're not going to spend much time on in class is qualitative research, looking at how people perceive and experience reality. We're going to focus on quantitative descriptive research in this class. One kind of descriptive research is normative research, establishing norms or expected values for different populations. So looking at things like how tall is the average 6-year-old? How tall is the average 7-year-old? These are descriptive research questions. Looking at reading levels, right? So what's the average vocabulary size for different age groups? That's normative research. Developmental research is looking at change over time. So how does vocabulary size change from year 2 through year 10? And this could be done either longitudinally or cross-sectionally. So you can follow a single cohort of people over many years, or you can take cross-sections from several different groups of people at different ages. Correlational study designs are also descriptive. Here we're looking for an association between two variables. So is there some sort of relationship? As one variable increases, does the other variable increase or decrease? Longitudinal and cross-sectional, important vocabulary terms to know. So longitudinal means we're following one group of people over a period of time, and cross-sectional means we're taking a snapshot. And when we say longitudinal, we're typically meaning research that's going for several months to many years and taking multiple readings or collecting data at multiple points in between. For a study that collects information, measures something at the beginning of the study, does something, and then measures it at the end of the study, and maybe the whole thing happens in a day or a week, yes, technically that is longitudinal in the sense that some time has passed, but it's not really what we mean when we say longitudinal or when you read it in a paper. Cross-sectional could take many different forms. So surveys are typically cross-sectional. We go in at one point in time and administer it. And in cross-sectional, something that some students ask about is, well, if they do the study over the course of a week or a month, so maybe they administer the survey in 5 different schools and they go to one school each week, so it's taken place over a month, is that still cross-sectional? And it is, because they're interacting with any one of the participants once at one point in time. Other kinds of cross-sectional studies might be tests or medical exams, interviews. The key part here is that you're really catching each participant once at one point in time. Studies can be either prospective or retrospective. And this is another one that students can find confusing. If you've collected a bunch of data and then at the end of your study you go back and analyze it, then you're analyzing data that you previously recorded. But that's not really what we mean when we say retrospective. The key distinction here is when the study was started. So when they came up with the research question, was the data already collected? And that means started from the beginning. So when they first came up with the hypothesis, put together the protocol, then collected the data, then went back and analyzed it, that's a prospective study because they're collecting all the data after the research question was asked. If they have some data, maybe from another study, maybe from medical records, and then they come up with the research question and look at the data to answer it, that's a retrospective study.